Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news. Now folks, if you've been paying attention to the NFL news cycle lately, you know that the Giants are always looking to improve their roster, especially on the defensive line. And this time, it's no different. The recent buzz about Christian Wilkins signing with the Giants is creating waves across the league, and it's not hard to see why. This move, if it happens, could be a game-changer not just for the Giants but for the entire NFC East. Because let's face it, the Giants have been building a solid core defensively. They've got Dexter Lawrence, who's been a force in the middle, a true anchor. Then there's Kayvon Thibodeaux, who's showing flashes of becoming a premier pass rusher. Abdul Carter adds to the mix, bringing that youthful energy and explosiveness off the edge. But what they've been missing, or what some might say they could still upgrade, is that next-level impact player inside, a disruptive force that can change the course of games with his presence alone. And that's where Christian Wilkins comes into the picture. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Wilkins, isn't he coming off some injury concerns? And sure, that's a valid question. But let's not forget, when healthy, Christian Wilkins has proven to be one of the most disruptive defensive tackles in the league. He's that guy who can clog running lanes, collapse the pocket, and create chaos in the backfield. His ability to anchor the middle of the defensive line is elite, and that's exactly what the Giants need to complement their existing stars. Plus, Wilkins' versatility allows him to line up in multiple spots along the line, giving the defensive coordinator a lot of flexibility to create mismatches and confuse opposing offenses. This signing, if it comes to fruition, is not just about adding another player to the roster. It's about making a bold statement. The Giants have been quietly building a defense that can carry them deep into the playoffs, and bringing in someone like Wilkins, who's proven he can perform at a high level consistently, would send a message to the entire league. It's about asserting dominance, about showing that the Giants are serious contenders, that they're not just happy to be competitive, but are aiming for championship greatness. And let's be honest, with Wilkins on the line, teams will have to rethink their game plans. But it's not just about his on-field impact. There's also the aspect of leadership and experience. Wilkins is a player who knows what it takes to succeed at the highest level. His presence in the locker room could be invaluable for the younger guys like Abdul Carter, who's still developing but shows a lot of promise. Having a veteran like Wilkins around can elevate the entire defensive unit, pushing everyone to perform at their best. And of course, the chemistry in the locker room is just as important as what happens on the field. Bringing in a player of Wilkins' caliber can boost morale, foster a winning mentality, and set a tone that resonates throughout the team. Now, I know some of you might be wondering about the timing. Why now? Well, the NFL offseason is all about strategic moves, and the Giants are at a pivotal point where they can't afford to rest on their laurels. They've already made some smart additions in the draft and free agency, but the defensive line is where they can really make a leap. Wilkins' availability as a free agent opens up a window for them to add that missing piece without giving up draft capital or making a trade. It's a low-risk, high-reward scenario. If Wilkins stays healthy, he instantly upgrades their interior pass rush and run defense. If not, then they can reevaluate, but the potential upside far outweighs the risks. And speaking of the division, the NFC East is no longer just about one or two teams dominating. The Eagles have been strong, the Cowboys are always competitive, and Washington is looking to bounce back. The Giants need to stack their deck if they want to compete consistently. Signing Wilkins would be a clear statement to those rivals. We're not just here to compete, we're here to win. It's about asserting your presence, about showing that the Giants are serious contenders again after a few rebuilding years. Remember, the Giants have a rich history of defensive dominance, and adding someone like Wilkins could be the next chapter in that story. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this move also fits into the Giants' long-term strategy. Building a dominant defense isn't just about one season, It's about laying a foundation for sustained excellence. Wilkins' talent and leadership could help accelerate that process, especially with the young core of players they already have. The coaching staff, led by Brian Daboll, has emphasized a culture of discipline and toughness, and Wilkins' style of play aligns perfectly with that ethos. It's about creating a defensive identity that opponents fear and offenses struggle to handle. And let's not forget, the Giants have been so close in recent years. That heartbreaking loss in the playoffs a couple of seasons ago still lingers, and the team is hungry to get back to that level. Adding a player like Wilkins could be the final piece they need to push over the edge to turn potential into results. It's about making that leap from a good team to a great one. And with the NFL's parity, every little upgrade counts. The right addition at the right time can be the difference between a first-round exit and a deep playoff run, maybe even returning to the Super Bowl stage. So, for all you Giants fans out there, this is an exciting moment. The possibility of Christian Wilkins donning the blue and red is stirring up a lot of buzz, and it's easy to see why. His impact could be felt right away, and it could set the tone for the upcoming season. It's about more than just one player, though. It's about the message it sends to the league and to your division rivals. The Giants are serious, and they're making moves to prove it. This upcoming season promises to be one of the most interesting in recent memory, with so many storylines converging, but one thing is for sure. The Giants are not backing down. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential signing? Do you believe Christian Wilkins is the missing piece that can propel this defense to new heights? Or do you think there are other areas they should be focusing on? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I always love reading your opinions because they matter so much to us, and of course to the Giants themselves. Remember, football is all about passion, strategy, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. Giants have a rich history of resilience and achievement, and this offseason could be a defining moment in their ongoing story. Keep your eyes peeled because I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and all the latest news about the New York Giants. Whether it's roster moves, draft insights, or game predictions, I've got you covered. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep the Giants' spirit alive. This team has the talent, the leadership, and the drive to make 2025 a memorable year. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Giants!